Hello everyone, it's Professor 095 back with another weekly stream news reviews. So Wednesday has been a rather wild week for Vanguard. So Tuesday we have like a review for Vairina and a new Prayer Dragon, and as well as festival booster sneak peeks. Then after that on Wednesday we have the Bushiroad presentation stream. Then after that on Thursday we have like the news for more TDs for Farmville, Office and Ground Grace, which we're gonna get into. So I'm just gonna summarize 1 week. But as for the stream itself, I'll do some editing. That will be a separate video because I don't think that this is going. I'm gonna have like a lot of time to touch on this one, so I just want to rush through as fast as possible. But that one I'll touch on it separately. So yeah, there's that. Alright, so I'll try to add in like some of my some of my videos later on. But for now, we can get straight into Tuesday part of the stream, which is we have the new Vairina, which is, you know, everybody expected the new Vairina coming up. So we have it. So we have Mirror and Resonance equipped Mira's Vairina. So it's a crossover dress card, obviously. So when this unit is placed on the regards to go by crossover dress, you choose up to 2 cards with Vairina in their card names from the drop zone and put those cards in this unit's original dress. So basically you just can shove in Vairinas, doesn't matter which one, and you can just shove it into it, under it as the original dress. And so when this unit attacks, if this unit is in the crossover dress state, this unit gets 10k power until the end of that battle. Then you put one of this original dress with Vairina's card name in your drop, and you perform either draw 1 card or countercharge 1. So this card actually is very good for Jheva in itself, because already Jheva already runs into the problem of using a lot of counter blasts and does not countercharge a lot. So this is actually quite a good card for Miras as well. So early game you can counter charge already. Early game you can draw 1 card. So let's say, for example, if you're already right on your first grade 2, you can actually like just cross over first into 2 of Mira's Vairina if you're that lucky, and then you can attack twice with Vairina, and then you can get to like draw 1 card, or you want to counter charge depending. But I think you're not going to use a lot of counter blast by the time you are on your first grade 2, so you can use this opportunity to like draw a lot of cards. But for Jheva, by the time you write Nirvana Jheva, you have like counter charge. You can like basically just attack with Vairina Jheva, like Nirvana Jheva, sorry, slip of tongue. Okay, well, you can by the time you write Nirvana Jheva, you can basically like do 3 attacks, like 4 attacks actually. So you can attack once with Miras, second with Miras, then after that you attack with Vairina Jheva, Nirvana Jheva, damn it, with Nirvana Jheva, then counter blast 1, you stand 1 of your Miras Vairina, and then you get the attack at that. So basically you can, during Nirvana Jheva's turn, you can just do like 3 attacks with Mira's Vairina, and you can counter charge a lot or you draw a lot, so depending on what you do. But this card actually fixes so much of Jheva's problems, so thank goodness they gave us a counter charger. Well done. So there's that. Yeah, it's a 20k attacker as well, so until the end of the battle. Yeah, true. I think it can stack because it didn't stack until end of the turn, right? Well, it's technically still a 20k attacker, but if you can restand it, I think it will be 30k. But you can correct me on that later on. Alright, anyways, we go straight into a very funny news before I can get straight into the rest of the Tuesday stream. This is very funny though, with the Kidani Sacho Cup, which is like the Kidani President Cup to be held in Japan. So it's like, yes, during the Daiwan like the big Vanguard festival in like April 29th and 30th. So basically, like if you participate in this cup, you basically participants get a PR of Kitani, the CEO of Bushiroad, and yeah, they have no abilities, like bro. Okay, yeah, well done. That's actually quite good. Okay, so you have Kidani hot stamped. Participation price is Kidani instead of Kidani PRs. Top 8, you get a hot stamp version, and which is signed by himself, and then the champion will get a signed PR as well as signed playmat, which is hilarious, honestly speaking, because I have no idea why they want to do that. I don't know what you're thinking about having like, oh look, I have like the Kidani CEO card, yeah. But then it's like you get straight into the crossover dress card for like the new set one. I think this is double rare for this one. So this is actually like Giru Mira, okay. Gray Mira. So when this unit becomes original overdress, you soul blast one, you look at the top 7 cards of your deck and choose up to 2, reveal up to 2 Vairina from among them, and choose one of them into your hand and the rest to the drop zone. So you can instantly know that this card was meant to like filter up or as much as Vairina as possible into the drop zone, and then you can use like Vira's Vairina skill. And another thing which is like quite good as well, you potentially can actually play this in like a Mahan Dana as well if you can make space for it, which is like because you get to like filter out a lot of Miras, like you can filter out a lot of Vairinas. Then by the time you overdress with Espero Idia, then you can use Espero Idia skill to like shove in all of your Trick Stars and the rest of your overdress. I think your overdress or your Vairina units I think it's like overdress units though, right? And then you just like shove it in there, and you can profit actually. You can get to power up with like every 5k in your Vairina original dress. Yeah, so there's that. So quite good with that. So getting good support this time, Jheva, and then you have the SEC secret rare for Mira's Vairina, so quite nice. I don't have much opinion on this one. I think it was like, it's quite nice. SEC cards are quite nice. Like if you are lucky enough to pull one, good for you. Alright, so moving on forward, we have the Lyrical Monasterio news for like the festival booster. So this time round we have like a full marks for accelerating energy Trixie. So this one is really good. During your turn, I think is the first skill, continuous Vanguard skill. If you play a gem order this turn and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5k power. So it's a great tool. 10k power, and it's a triple rare, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's a double rare, so it's a continuous 15k attack on outright. So when this unit is placed on rear guard circle, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with release turn, this card name. So you put one card from your hand to your soul, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 2 grade 3 cards from non-stem with release star in its card name. Different original card names. Reveal one and add them to your hand, then shuffle. Like if you did not reveal, you get to draw one. So it's quite nice because I think it's good for like a lot of reasons. Because number one, it's a 5k attacker, like continuous, like 15k attacker, right? So the second one is that you can put one card from your hand to your soul, which means that you can shuffle a gem card into your soul. You get to find one persona rights release star for like for your next ride, depending on your situation. And even if you do not reveal, you can get to draw one. So a lot of things that you can actually put, like a lot of things that you can actually do with this card. So release is gonna get a little bit stronger this time around. Well, it is gonna get stronger. So yeah, that's that. So we get the sneak peek of Release Star, Festi Magica Release Star. Okay, so it has a dress up ability apparently. So yeah, that's that. So we have Release Stars up there, quite nice. And so Release Star skill is a Prism Magica Release Star. During this fight, this also is treated as the mention card, so it's the same thing. It's basically like a full Bronto clause with the rest of the with the clause of like some of the cards there. So when this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, discard one card from your hand, choose one gem card from your soul, from your drop zone, and add it to your hand. So quite nice. You can filter out. You can like basically recycle some gem cards. You can recycle some gem cards and then put it to your hand. Then you can use it for the skill later on. So the second skill is act VC once per turn. You counter blast one, you soul blast one gem card, and perform the following abilities based on the card name that you soul blasted for this cost. Everlasting Sapphire, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 2 unique cards from one of the color to your guard, then shuffle your deck. So it's a filler. So basically it just fills your whole deck, quite nice. Then you have, if you soul blasted True Hearted Ruby, this unit plus 15k until the end of turn, so it's like 28k attacker. So plus the persona right should be a 38k. So this is like crazy for Lista as well. So an additional ruling, this is what they have to warn. By ruling, you're allowed to have this and the old Lista in the same deck as long as they're treated as having the same name during the fight itself, so it does not affect deck building ratios. Similarly, riding on top of this, old Lista and vice versa counts as a persona, right? So this is amazing. So it's basically like Hexa Orb. They get the Hexa Orb treatment, where the new Hexa Orb Aquamarine is the same as the old Hexa Orb. So quite nice. So this card original name is not treated as Prisma Severe Lista with regards to Trixie skill. Yeah. So the Trixie will need to be like not original card name though. So which means that if you look for Trixie skill, you can look at top 5, you can actually like find either this Festimagica or Prismagica, so either one is fine. So yeah, quite good for Lista as well. I think in the near future I think some of them will have the same clause name for the rest of the lyrical Ballestero cards, but yeah, that's that. And then this one is the most craziest one, I think, for Lista support actually. This is a grade 1 order, so crossing Illumi Race, so it's a normal order, it's a gem. So continuous during this fight, this card is also treated as 2 of the gems, so you have a True-Hearted Ruby and Everlasting Sapphire, because if you are familiar with Lista decks, they usually have like 2 gem cards, which is one is the True-Hearted Ruby and Everlasting Sapphire. This card is regarded as like both of them, so it is quite nice. So I can instantly see this is going to be a 4-off, and it's a double rare actually. So yeah, play this card if you have a Lista. If it's card name, obviously. So put this card into your soul, you draw one, choose one of your Vanguard cards, it gets 5k until end of the turn, and if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, it also gets the auto Vanguard Circle when this unit attacks. Counter blast 1, Soul Blast 1 grade 3 with Lista in its card name. Choose one of your rear guards and stand it until the end of turn, and after that you cannot rest, you cannot play orders this turn. So and this is actually like quite crazy, because Lista can do like about like 4 attacks minimum with this order, and that you can have like a lot of space saved with like this one. But of course you can balance out the ratios, like how many orders you want to play. So if you want to like play 4 of this and then 2 of True-Hearted Ruby, 2 of Everlasting Sapphire, I think it will be fine. But I think like most people might ditch that, or probably they'll play that together. But I think this will be an instantaneous fall off, and that Lista to get another additional 5k on top of Lista. Like Festimagica gets a 15k, so 20k attacker, so it's a 33k minimum, I guess. Yeah, so that's crazy. You get to draw one as well, so quite nice. Right, so there's that. And then we have like 63 token Banshee. This is a token Rumble support, which we are going to get like soon enough from the Kiwamiya forms. Token Rumble Online 2023 set. So we have like new gimmicks, 2 new gimmicks, and we have Tanto and Kiwami 3. So yeah. There's that. So we have the Token Rumble here in the Kiwami form. So that's about for Tuesday. And for I'm gonna skip over the Wednesday stream details first, but let's get straight into the Thursday stream. Now Thursday stream is quite interesting, because Thursday stream basically reveals like right lines for Grand Grace, and it's basically quite good. And they are going to do this for the next field, one for TD. I think that they're going to do the next skill for Farfnil. Office will still be Cubisa, Rootie's Cubisa, and that's that. So their office original name does not change, I expect, but Farfnil will also get a new right line with the same skills as this one in the Grand Grace TD. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So we have the grade 1. Okay, right? No, okay. Yeah, well, that's actually card of the day reviews, but nonetheless, I'll go straight into it just because. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, if you back out your Sorceress and card, you look at the top card of the deck, you put it on the top or the bottom of the deck. So quite good, because you can basically just check whether or not it's a huge trigger. So, or it can be a trigger as well. If you want to like arrange like your arrange your top deck. Alright, so there's that. Alright, so I think we go to start with the Grade 0 because this is actually Grade 2. Alright, so we have Magic of Start Point, we have Star Release. So when this unit is brought upon, when this unit is, if you go second, you get to draw one, so very technical, very generic starter. Then you have the Grade 1 skill, where's the Grade 1? Okay, now you have the Grade 1, you have Incision and Angel. When this unit is being rolled upon, you draw one and choose one card from your hand and discard it. So okay, yeah, quite nice. So basically you can just discard anything in like Grace, possibly Maple, because people do play Maple in Grace. Alright, the second one, Divine Sister Gattelbask. Alright, so then this unit is being right. Okay, so you have the Divine Sister. When you write from the right deck, you may play Soul Blast 1 instead of choosing one card from your hand and discard it. So this is amazing. I'm not sure what is the implications of like playing like this card actually will do in like some of the decks. Probably like Bastion when we try to play this card. I don't know, right? Or I don't know, some other decks. I think there are some other decks that can actually benefit from this one round. Maybe Solera can play this card, I don't know. But no, I think Solera we have to keep the right line because the right line is actually black better for Solera's original right line. But again, for like Soul Blast 1 without discarding your hand to write into like Brown Grace or into Grade 3, that is actually quite nice, very good. So there's that. So it's all of them are TV cards actually. So alright, so this one is going to be a very interesting one. This one will be the contents of the Brown Grace deck set. So we have like the right line will be there. Sadly, it's only like one of the cards will be like right deck will be like one of each. So and then you have 3 Grand Grace, 2 of Awesome, and then you have the 2 of the PR Grand Grace from the other days, which allows you to like drive check, +1 drive. And then you have the new card, which is going to be incoming. Then you have Cadawella. Then you have 4 Drilling Angels, well done. Then you have the 4 Grade 2 Divine Sister that can actually gets 5k and boost, which is good. 2 Painkillers. Could be more, but there's that. This Grade 2, and then yeah, I think this one is a Grade 2 or Grade 1, I'm not sure. I know, Grade 2 or Grade 3, I think it's a Grade 1 though. Yeah, I think it's great. But I forgot what's the skill. You have 4 of the effect PGs, which is amazing. You have the crits, you have 1 of the Kettle OT, good. And then another additional 5 cards, but only with like 1 per each. So they say that is a reprint, so that's that. Right. There is, yeah, Fafnir will get the same treatment soon enough. For like 1 Dark States OT and 4 of the effect Kansen guards. So that's that. Alright, so we have the lyrical. This one, what color is your wish? Well, Chevron, so it's a War Beast lyrical card. So when this card is discarded from your hand during your right phase, so this is a cycle card, and Soul Blast 1 and put this on bottom of the deck and draw 1 card. So basically very generic for like a lot of lyrical monastery cards, so it's going to be super expensive, believe me. Alright, yeah, so that's the art. Alright, so after that, if you when this unit is placed on the graveyard circle, if you persona roll during this turn, you Counter Blast 1, you choose one of your Vanguards, and continuous all your final cards 5k until end of turn. So this is amazing. It's already like a power up already. It's as if like lyrical monastery cards could not be like more power as well. So imagine if you play this in Release Star, it's going to be like a 38k, like no, even better. So if like Release Star, let's say for example, if you have Prism Magica, you have like 13k, then she gets the 15k, 28. So 28 plus the gem is going to be like 33. So 33 plus a personal it will be 43. And then plus this card is a 40. Your Release Star will be a 48k attacker, which is like super big, like bro. Yeah, that's quite good. And like it's also like quite generic, so you can play this in Loro Nero, you can play this in Falky Rosa, you can play this in Clarissa. And so yeah, quite good, quite generic. Yeah, and then you have other height, Fantasia's landing to the other height. So it's a rearguard and guardian circle skill. If your opponent reveal a trigger unit from the draft check or damage check this turn using a class of 10k power and 10k shield. Ooh, wow. Okay, so that's actually like quite good too. You know, so it's a grade 3. So shield, grade 3 shield is about more than welcome. So that's that. Alright, so quite good. When this unit, at the end of the battle, then this unit attack while boosted, so +1 and perform the following effects below. You choose one of your other rearguards in the same color as this unit and return it into your hand. Therefore, you can bounce back. Therefore, cough cough, Rika, I don't know. Rika could be, or could be useful, or like any other good cards. Kyrie, for example. Cost. This one is crazy because you have to remove over trigger from your drop zone if you have it in the first place, right? Choose up to one unique card with a grade equal or less than your Vanguard's from your hand and call it to your rearguard circle. So basically, after you attack with her while boosted, you can also perform either of the following attacks, or if you perform all of the following. You can just choose that one unique card with a grade equal or less than your Vanguard's grade and you just call the rearguard circle. So if you can call the grade 3, if your Vanguard is grade 3, you can call the grade 3. If your Vanguard is grade 3, you just call grade 2, I guess. Right? Yeah. Could be, but I think I'm not sure if it can get to call it out early game with Kyrie. I think it's possible. You can correct me on that because I'm not really familiar with Kyrie, because I'm pretty sure that you can do a lot of things with this one, so thereby you know that it's going to be like first 4 attacks already minimum, because you can get to like call another one from the drop. So you can attack her, and then you can attack with another rearguard and Vanguard string, then you attack her last. Okay, you attack with her last, then you can call the last grade last card so on the rear, then you can attack again. So that's quite nice. That's actually a triple rare, honestly. This grade 3 is triple rare. Yeah, all of them are triple, both of them are triple rare. And then you have the last card, actually, Strasset. That's Moment Strasset. If you have 3 or more rearguards with friends or powerful ability, so this card is very good for like Fortia and Herminia, I think. So this unit gets boost because she's a grade 2, right? And I think it's a promo card, okay? This is actually a promo card. So when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle during the main phase, choose a card from your soul and put it into your drop. If your Vanguard with the friends or powerful ability, you choose one card with the friends or the powerful ability from your drop and you may call that card to the rearguard circle. Nice. If you do, you cannot call cards from the drop until the end of this turn. Okay. Putting a card from the soul to drop is mandatory. And so this is a mandatory, the effect should be mandatory, but yeah, again, this is quite good for like Fortia and for powerful as well. So yeah, that's actually like you can fill up your board. You can fill up your board early game. Feel like Fortia actually gets retired a lot, to the point where they cannot activate friends. So for this card to try to like fill up the board, or fill up the board while you're in the hand, it's actually quite nice instead like from your hand. So it's from your drop, then to the rearguard circle. So quite nice for Fortia and Herminia as well. I'm not really familiar with powerful, so but Fortia yes, because one of my friends actually play Fortia in real life, so it's quite good. It's quite good for this card. So that's that. And then we have next week, Tokoman, Thursday. From Festival Booster, generic double rare card for Miracle Monastero and Dragon Empire Cycle RR card. Alright, I think there's more. Alright, that's about it. I think if we get straight into the other servers, I'm gonna use different fine servers for now. So don't mind me for that. Alright, so I'm just using the Discord. Okay. Anyways, so we have actually tried to use technically the news for the Gray stack set is also seem to be applied with this new additional reprints. Okay, hold on. And there we have Gray's new right line for really full deck list. Okay, that will be next week, right? That will be next week. Yeah, okay, that's about it. Alright, I think there's not much to be said. I think Farmview is gonna get like something the same thing. I did see it somewhere. Alright. I think I did see it somewhere, but I think I might be wrong. But nonetheless, that's about it. Alright, so I think I'll have to end the stream right here, right now. Not the stream, the video. So, what am I going to comment for this one? So, alright, last comments for this week's reviews. Festival Booster is actually like welcome with like the new cards from Milista. I think Milista is going to be like super amazing this time around. What else are we going to get? Ground Grace Frontline deck sets reviews is super good as well, because they have the effect TDs, they have the over trigger, they have like painkiller, they have like drilling angel. So I'm hoping that Frontier Office will also get like similar treatments of like getting like printing out like some of the reprinted cards. Boba Mine, for example. Brainwash, for example, if Farmville is kind to give us another like those kind of very good reprinted cards if they could do it. But we'll see. So that's what else we're talking about. Like Mira's Vairina, but I think Mira's Vairina is like the good savior. Like he is basically the savior of Jheva at this point. Basically, if that card, like Mira's Vairina, basically saves Jheva, you know, like from like being in the slums. Because honestly, Jheva is such, personally speaking, and no offense, I think Jheva for me is like practically a very shit deck because of how hard it is for you to build this deck and how brick sometimes you get into, and sometimes you don't get to cross overdrive most of the time. For me personally, in my experience playing this deck, it's very hard because the ratios of your deck is completely messed up. It's not the same as how overdress was supposed to be last time, where you can just directly overdress without the needs of Prayer Dragon. So I think with this time around, you have a lot of counter charges for like Mira's Vairina just saves Jheva because of a lot of counter blasts. Like Jheva counter blasters, like Brown Vairina counter blasters, Wild Vairina counter blasters. I don't know who else counter blasters. Like a lot of cards in this deck, like in Jheva, actually like counter blast a lot. So I think like Prayer Dragons also, like some Prayer Dragons also needs to like do counter blast one in order for you to like draw one and discard one. I think it's a great one, double ray one. Yeah, I forgot his name, but nonetheless. Alright, so I think that's about it. I want to summarize my stream. I've summarized my video of the day. Whatever said stream, like I haven't been streaming for a while, isn't it? Alright, anyways, yeah, technically speaking, I haven't been streaming for a while. The last stream was in Twitch for like Wednesday for the presentation. But nonetheless, I think I will end my video right here, right now. So I think if you guys like this video, if you have anything what you want to comment, do like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video, which is I will do a very quick catch up on the Wednesday stream as well. So because this video probably is gonna take very long, it's already at 28 minutes by the time you're seeing this, so I'll end right here. So that's about it. Alright, so this has been Professor and Minecraft signing out. I'll see you guys on the next video.